conflicts exist on this continent. One of the most raging conflicts on the continent of Africa is the question of Biafra. From 1965 or before that, the Biafrans had their own institutions. Before the colonial master arrived, they have agitated themselves, they have told the world they want fair treatment in a nation called Nigeria. Successive regimes have always trampled upon the rights of the people of Biafra, destroyed them, killed their younger men, assassinated many, deported many, excluded many, forceful deportation out of your own country. Time has come for the new generation in 2020, 2021, 2022, for people to sit down to find an everlasting solution to the conflict that is around that region. President Buhari promised us that he will finish in 100 days the first term of office. Boko Haram will be dead. Today is finishing his second term. Boko Haram is even more vibrant than his own shoes. We have landed in very serious murky waters that the people of Nigeria don't know which direction they are going. The people of Nigeria, a big country with a big population, an economic hub of West Africa and Africa, with the biggest reserves of oil, still lingers in poverty. The poverty and the rich gaps in Nigeria are wider than the distance between, Mars and Earth. What can we do for our countries in Africa? How do we unite? For us, our role is to speak, to defend the voiceless, to chart our way forward, to find a solution. The only way solution can be got on the Biafran issues, the referendum, which Buhari and the government present have refused. But sincerely speaking, Nigeria needs rearrangement. If that rearrangement does not come today, tomorrow, or the other day, one day it is going to explode. People can be pushed, but they cannot be pushed beyond what Biafrans have been pushed. The suffering is too much. Pictures that I cannot show on this television. I call upon President Uhuru Kenyatta as a member of the United Nations Security Council to see that some of these problems should be resolved and a resolution is passed of sitting down to understand the difficulties of the nations, especially in Nigeria, in Cameroon, because the problem of Biafra is also similar to the problem of Amazonia. The English-speaking people have no say in Cameroon. They are taken as second-class citizens. Biafrans are also taken as second-class citizens in a country called Nigeria. Their problems are compounded with a dictator who has lost direction, who doesn't know where the wind is blowing from, whether east of Sahara or west of Sahara. He's going north when the wind is going south. Therefore, it's blown, one leg going up, one leg going down. Look at the picture of Buhari standing 6.1 feet, being blown apart. Thank you. Very much for watching Punchline Africa Television, broadcasting all the way from the General Headquarters and the Political Command Center of Africa in Nairobi. I am Dr. David MATSANGA, bringing you this show, Diplomatic Leaks. This show, Diplomatic Leaks, goes behind the diplomatic lines to find out what is going on in the diplomatic circles. What is happening in Africa? What ails Africa? What kills Africa? Why is Africa a very rich country, but very poor people? Poverty in Africa, corruption in Africa, everything that goes wrong in the world starts from Africa. Yet, we are one of the most endowed people, given quite a lot of resources. What went wrong? What has gone wrong? Today, our topic in Diplomatic Leaks is a very clear topic which is worrying the United Nations Security Council, the Pan-African body of AU is worried. The Peace and the Security Council of Africa is worried. European Union is worried. All states, the Arab world, the Gulf world, all of them are worried. The country called Nigeria. Is this country sliding to suicide? I will use Walt Senyuka's words. You remember Walt Senyuka wrote a book, The Lion and the Jewel. Most of you who might forget. I did that book in 1971 when I had just joined senior secondary school in the first year. I still remember one of the characters, Lakunle. I don't know the West Africans will pronounce it very well. Lakunle, who had gone to Britain and they came back and they said, oh my God, I'm the best, I'm doing this. I think we have a Lakunle called Buhari. If he is there at all, we have a problem in Africa. Nigeria is sliding to a suicide situation. Is Nigeria, therefore, breaking up? The answer on the onset, viewers and those who have joined in, don't wait for me to call you, but I'll start in the order of the day. I want you to chip in, be short, be precise. After just 2 to 3 minutes of opening speech from me. I want to say I've done this because I love Africa. I want to say I have brought up this topic again and again and again. 4 years ago to 5 years ago in 2016, when I opened up this television station, the only television station in Kenya online, I was confronted with 3 key main issues. 4. 1, Al-Shabaab. 2, Boko Haram. 3, Abazonia. And 4, Central African Republic. Sorry, and 4, not Boko Haram, Biafra. Biafra was number 1 on my lips. When I saw the pictures of young men being dragged on Land Rovers, cut to pieces, tied on their hands on the government Land Rovers by Nigerian security agencies, and driven around the villages, I said, I'll drop everything, and at least every day, in my topics, every day on my television, this one, the Punchline Africa TV, I will always talk about one sentence about Nigeria and about Biafra. The Biafran people are my friends, are my people for a long time. My country paid the price when they decided to recognize when they decided to recognize Ojukwu. We had no regrets. My father took part in the peace process in 1967 that took part in Kampala, Uganda. You remember one of the delegates got lost in Kampala, which is a case study that we have never found that delegate. I don't know where he disappeared. So Kampala and Uganda tied together with the people of Biafra. We weep together, we mourn together. We see the difficulties of why you should be liberated and given the freedom to speak, the freedom to eat, the freedom to write, the freedom to see what you want to see. What is killing in Nigeria today is Buhari is telling people to close their eyes. Soon he's going to pass a law to close people's eyes. That when you open up and God has put light, don't see. That's the state of affairs in Nigeria. The killings, the slaughter, the torture, the rape, the defilement of young people who only express their views and asking, we produce oil. Where is the money from the oil? We produce oil. Where is kerosene at the pump, at the garage? We produce oil. Why do we have no roads? One of my friends from Nigeria told me, we live together in London, in Surrey, nearby. In the evening, we always go to one of our pubs. Those days when I used to have energy, I could cross over to the pub and have a pint. And my friend told me, I asked him, when are you going for Christmas? Believe me or not, I want to tell you, he said, which Christmas? I said, I'm going to Nairobi. Yes, now how will you reach your home? I told him that from Nairobi to Mombasa is 45 minutes. But by road is only 4 hours in a Range Rover like mine. Guess what? This gentleman from Nigeria told me he's from Port Harcourt and his home is very far in a place called Onitsha. And he will take 20 days to arrive in Onitsha. So I told him that by the time you come, I would have come back to London and taken almost 200 pints, a pint of lager, of good beer, while you are still traveling between Port Harcourt or you are traveling between Lagos to Onitsha. The pothole, and he explained to me and told me, the pothole is as big as a crater which is on Mount Kanu, or on a crater which is on Mount Renzori or Kilimanjaro. That the car goes down and you think it has gone. Then it takes about 1 hour negotiating to come up because of the poor roads. And yet Nigeria has money banked outside in the City Bank in the United States, in New York. Ladies and gentlemen, on the panel today, we have Simon EKPA, Dr. Joseph Joseph Nyachama, Fred Emerald, Sean Wesonga, Jocelyn Olesesana Tawish, Francis Ferdinand, Ikemi, and more people, and millions of Biafrans and the Nigerians, because there are so many of them suffering equally. The only suffering which we have identified under Javani Karanja, the ones we have identified are Biafrans, who are told when they are in Abuja, they are told to go back home. How can you tell another Nigeria, a man who was born in a state called Nigeria from 1914, created by the colonial master, and you tell him to go home? Where is the home? Buhari told us he cannot. There is a man on this panel who speaks Latin, and that is Wesonga. You will try these words. He said he cannot manage anymore. So in Latin, he will translate for us. Buhari said he is defeated. He can't manage Boko Haram. They are more powerful than himself. So, welcome to the show. Let me begin with the guest, Simon EKPA. Just say a word, introduce yourself, and tell us what exactly from the last time we saw you. What is changing? What has changed? We have seen so many developments to the extent that Wallace Nyika, one of the most renowned writers, says Nigeria is sliding to a suicide. You might not see it in 2022 by June. To me, before you speak, I've already predicted that the military are coming. So, EKPA, don't say it is you who said it. I have said it. I see the military coming. People have reached a point, they have nowhere to go. They have nowhere to go. If the president, commander-in-chief, an army man, a general decorated, says, I can't fight Boko Haram, then what else? The captains should come and fight Boko Haram. Simon.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Dr. MATSANGA, for that wonderfully put opening speech from you. Our viewers from the other part of Africa, it has become very imperative that we come every now and then to inform you what is going on in Nigeria. The Nigeria you see today, believe me, you will see no more. A matter of months to come. Nigeria is collapsing or has collapsed, and the breakup of Nigeria has become imminent. The problem here is that the government of Nigeria, under the leadership of Sultan of Sokoto, people are not understanding what is going on. What is going on is that they are having the continuation of Usman Danfodio conquest, being led by a man called the Sultan of Sokoto. And because the Nigeria, you see, do not have president, and we address them as presidency. So these people are being controlled by the Sultan of Sokoto, and the people that are, perpetrating all this killing and ethnic cleansing and jihad in Nigeria today come from different African countries. Just a few days ago, we were able to expose one of the biggest sponsors of this jihad going on in Nigeria. Some of them, they come from a country called Mauritania. And they are very, very proud to boast how they have built dynasty in Nigeria. And today, one of the family that has built this dynasty in Nigeria, has come to become the spokesperson of the Northern Elders Forum. And in the person of Hakim Baba Mohammed, also, he was the one who spoke on behalf of the Northern Nigeria, asking the federal government of Nigeria to allow the Igbo ethnic group to secede from Nigeria. And so when you look at the impunity going on, you find out that even those who are not non-Nigerians, who have ulterior motive, who have interest in grabbing the land that doesn't belong to them, who have the ulterior motive to conquer the entire Nigeria and take over the resources that doesn't belong to them, are the ones who have found themselves in position of power. They are now in military, they are now in police, they are now ministers. They have found themselves into different sectors of Nigeria economy, and they are making decisions that are not favorable to the original indigenous people of Nigeria. This is one of the biggest problems. Also, we would want to inform our brothers from the other part of Africa that even the man who claimed to be the president of Nigeria, if there is anything like that, said he come from Niger, the Niger Republic. And because he believed that his siblings are still in Niger Republic, he has to develop Niger Republic, you know, and subjugate other parts of Nigeria, especially from the southern Nigeria, subjugate them to continue to be slavery to other parts of the northern Nigeria. And this is totally unacceptable. So the issue of whether Nigeria has collapsed, whether Nigeria is breaking up, as I'm speaking to you, Nigeria is already broken. Nigeria has broken up into pieces in the sense that the government are now begging the Boko Haram to lay down their arms while they are showing military power in Biafra territory. As I speak to you now, innocent people are being killed in Biafra land. Innocent women are being killed. Innocent men, old men are being killed. The news coming from Biafra today is that a man has been killed as he was on his way to a wedding. He was killed and paraded as unknown gunmen. And this news is now going viral. So the issue here is that our other African brothers and sisters should know that everybody must do everything to make sure that Nigeria do not stay more than 2022. We don't even see Nigeria succeeding this year. But if any case, a miracle happened that Nigeria continue to be a country, we don't want to continue to see this kind of bloodshed happening in Nigeria from 2022. Everybody must begin to speak to those who have the ability and the possibility to do something within the African countries. And it has become very imperative, like I said, that we begin to discuss this issue so that people in other parts of Africa will understand the exact fact of what is going on in Nigeria, and they are always be ready to do justice and make decision in accordance with the information that is coming from this channel and other channel as well. We are also looking to expand the awareness of this Biafra and Nigeria disintegration, which is going to save life in Africa, which is going to make sure that the killings in the Sahel region will stop. And on this note, I submit, and I thank you all for being part of this debate. We're going to have a very healthy discussion today, as more things will be said, and we are going to review a lot of things that some of you do not know about Nigeria. Thank you very much. Can you unmute yourself, Dr. Matsanga?
Thank you
Dr.
very much.
Matsanga, your audio is mute.
I've come.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased today that all of you have been specific, accurate, to the point. Don't waffle. Let's have this time, utilize this time, and make sure that we make points. Dr. Joseph Nyachama, Simon has raised quite a number of issues. We have talked and talked and talked. Africa needs to hear this. Because the whole president comes out and says, I can't fight anymore. Constitutionally, this president should just have walked home and looked after his camels and said, I'm fed up. But because Africa, we don't have, we are not, some of us, very few people in Africa can be ashamed. They have no conscience. Buhari has no conscience. Buhari still thinks Nigeria is still the same, yet people are being abducted. At gunpoint, killed, taken, ransom being asked. Dr. Joseph Nyachama, what do you think we can do?
Thank you, Dr. MATSANGA. I have heard Simon speak about Nigeria and the problems. Dr. MATSANGA, you see, personally, I've raised in this forum whether the man called the president of Nigeria is indeed alive. Is he leading? You know, it could be a hoax that the president is alive while he's in the grave. This is for the Nigerian people to find out. They need to form a commission to establish, are they being conned through leadership? Because I do not think an insane head of state can let his people suffer the way they are suffering. Having said that, Dr. MATSANGA, I want to tell the Nigerian friends in this forum, especially the panelists, that the Nigeria as a country is not defined by this geography, but defined by these people. And I'm happy that even Simon is present. I can see Ndoran said is present. I can see Jocelyn is there, ready to serve this nation. The question that needs to be asked, Dr. MATSANGA, is this, because what we are discussing is Nigeria going to break up. The issue should be who will lose and who will benefit if Nigeria breaks up. I think that is the discussion, but I want to tell the Nigerians, if they are listening, that the common people will be the losers if Nigeria breaks up, and the greedy few will be the beneficiaries. I derive this thinking from one of the greatest personal development philosopher I love, Zig Ziglar. He talks about America, that the greatest nation in the world is not America after all. The greatest nation is the imagination of the American people. In the same vein, I want to tell the Nigerian friends who are present that the greatest nation is not Nigeria after all. The greatest nation is the imagination of the Nigerian people.
Yeah, I said 1.5.
And I want to plead that common people will be losers if Nigeria as an enterprise is left to be liquidated. Because Simon, if you look at the Igbo people, if you go further, there are those they call the Mbiwa Igbo, and there are the chosen few class we call the Zions. You, the panelists here, if you have identified yourself as leaders, Nigeria must be united, whether you are working from southern or northern, because you will benefit from the economies of scale, Nigeria as a viable enterprise. I am telling you, the greedy few want to use men as slaves to pursue their service interest. Of course, with the other hidden hands, either from West or other quarters which we do not know. For me, Dr. MATSANGA, if the thinking of the Nigerian people is to make others slaves, whether it disintegrates into various units, the same will continue. Look at Sudan, MATSANGA, in 2019, the Southern Sudan, 400,000 people died. And in fact, 4 million refugees in different parts of African states, and 1.8 million were displaced. Look at the Nigeria.
But doctor, let me jump in here as a moderator. If you, in your first statement, Dr. Nyachama, you said a state has no president. They don't know whether he's dead or he's alive. Now you want these people to remain in a state where they don't know whether the president is dead or alive. Now, boss, Dr. Nyachama, guide me here. Is it better is it better to go away and suffer than to remain in a state of uncertainty where the president or Jaburil comes up and says, I can't help you, I can't protect you.
Dr.
So what
Mutsanga,
people in Nigeria are saying,
Dr. Mutsanga, can I respond to him?
Yeah, you will come to respond to him. Let's give him, give him that direction. Yes.
Let me clarify what I was saying. Dr. Masanga, okay. Maybe I was misunderstood.
No, yes, okay. Maybe.
I never said, I was trying to say, as each particular region is trying to sort of determine.
It is not the region. The Biafrans have said they want a referendum, full stop. Other regions will bring their case. But for now, Doc, the people who want to go away, who have said we are going away, give us a referendum to decide whether we remain here or not, are Biafrans. And that is
okay.
Yes.
Dr. Masanga.
Now begin it from there.
Dr. Masanga, maybe it is my narratives that were misunderstood. Okay. I was just developing I was trying to develop an analysis. And in the past, I have said, if people want to rule themselves, they must be given the freedom to do so. Exactly. You know how I was in support, except yes. I was trying overally to look at that it is unfortunate.
Yes.
That the Nigerians, which was cherished, it has reached at a point of no return. That is, in fact, I was agonizing. I used to be an admirer of Nigeria sometimes back.
Yes.
Dr. Masanga, for now, let me be clear. I am not saying that the Biafra should not seek their own self-determination. They should continue. But I was only regretting because I was analyzing scenarios. For the others, Daktari, for now I submit because we have limited time in terms of resources. I submit, Daktari.
Thank you very much, Daktari. Because I was saying, my doctor always says, let them go faster and run very fast. Because Buhari is not there, he's dead. Now, first of all, Fred, prepare yourself. Fred ML, prepare yourself. And then, if Simon, make your intervention quick.
I should make intervention now?
Yeah, if it is not long.
Yeah, it is not long. First of all, I would like to correct the impression our brother Joseph has passed, to a lot of viewers. The point here is that he said that if we disintegrate Nigeria, that the elite are the one who are going to benefit. In other words, that the only few people are going to benefit while the majority will suffer the disintegration of Nigeria. This is not true. One thing is that I want to ask him a question. I know that the question, and I'm going to, I believe that what I presume to be the answer should be the answer to the question. Do you like how the Europeans, do you like European country, Mr. Joseph?
Do I?
Do you like European countries? Do you like the civilization in European countries?
Of course, the way they have developed there, I don't like some people themselves, the view they have to African. But if you look at the way they have,
I'm not asking about the view of the people. I said, do you like the European countries? When I say like, I mean about the civilization, about the development, about the way democracy is being handled here. Do you like what you see? You like it, right?
Before you finish the question, yes, because their system work efficiently.
Thank you very much. Do you know why the system work efficiently?
Yes.
What is the reason for the system working efficiently? It is good we educate the people watching us today. What do you think is the reason why behind the efficiency of the system?
They have very effective leadership.
Well, that is good.
Period. Because no country.
You think it is all about effective leadership?
Pardon?
You think it is all about effective leadership?
Of course, yes. Because no country can grow beyond the vision of a leader.
Thank you. Let me now tell you something you may not know. The reason why the Europeans and the European Union is very progressive and have efficiency in their democracy or in their governance is because Europe is divided along tribal line. Have you ever thought of that?
Yeah.
Tribal lines?
Yes. Have you ever thought of that?
You know, let me tell you, if you are divided between tribal lines, it means that each tribe is bringing its niche to the full.
I want to draw something to add to what you have said. You said you like Europe. You said you like the system because it is efficient, and then you said that the leadership and all that. And I'm telling you now, do you know the reason behind the progress and the civilization in Europe? And I tell you one key factor, which is that Europe is divided along tribal line. So the countries you see in Europe, they don't have all this kind of tribe you have in Africa. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
You see, now what makes you think that we can't do the same in Africa to have a more powerful, united African nation?
You know, Simon.
No, this is, it is something
we are discussing.
We are thinking very far. We Biafrans are thinking very far. We want to do something better than Europe. So now we have come to identify the problem of Nigeria. Where the problem of Nigeria is coming from? It's coming from a diversified ethnic group, diversified view, diversified economy, diversified culture. It is the diversity. The problem we have in Nigeria today is diversity. And if diversity has become a problem in Nigeria, believe me, it goes a long way in affecting other African countries. Now we researched on what is the problem in Africa, what is the progress, what is giving the European Union progress. We found out that the European divided along ethnic line. They have the country. If you come to Finland, you have people speaking Finnish. If you go to Norway, you have people speaking their language in Norway. You go to Sweden, you have them, especially come to Nordic country, go to Germany, all of them are divided along tribal line. When they try to have the Soviet Union comprises even Finland. Finland was once part of Russia. Now, Finland have their language, Russia have their language. All those countries that made up Soviet Union in those days have their different languages. Now, they have to divide along that line to be able to progress and divide their diversity, their views about how things should be handled. Now, the problem is this is the biggest problem in Africa. So why can't we, if we want to copy the Western world, if we want to copy why the Western world are progressing, for example, in Nigeria, we are going to set that example. Example is that when Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914, the people of the ethnic nationalities or the indigenous people that made up Nigeria were not consulted. It was just handled by few people, individuals, who did not seek the opinion and consent of other people. Now they forcefully joined everybody, and we have seen the result today. The result today is that when you want to restructure Nigeria for a better development, the people from the nomadic side of Nigeria don't want to accept that. They believe that their own system of governance, the nomadic style of lifestyle is the best. We believe in civilization. When we want civilization, they are building centers for eradication of the civilization. Are you aware of that? So, my brother, we have to begin to think positively in Africa. If you are having a diversity, cultural diversity, thinking diversity, It can never work. We are going to try this for thousands of years. We will never progress as African nation. But it is time. You allow Biafra, allow Yoruba, allow other ethnic groups or ethnic nationalities that want to form a country to form their own country so that they can develop Africa. This is why I want everybody to think along. So if you like Europe, like what Europe are doing, like the system in Europe, it is time you embrace this disintegration. This is where the Africa, a new Africa is going to emerge. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Simon. You know, that is my area. I never said, I have always been advocating the Biafrans to self-determine themselves. Why I was bringing even Sudan, the conversion was to say that when that time comes, don't go the Sudan way. That's what I was saying.
No,
I never said.
Joseph, I picked the point. And,
yes.
You were, as an leader in Africa, I think you are warning us not to go that route.
That's why I was analyzing.
No,
and
okay.
again, give me 1 second.
Yes.
Doctor,
yes.
I want to tell Simon, we support their spirit and effort, but let us not emulate Europe, because if you emulate someone who's ahead, the best you will become is number 2. Let us develop our own model, which will go beyond Europe.
Yeah, we have already our own model. Actually, Europe copied our model. Biafra started the democracy. Okay, we have our system in those days, even before European came to Africa. So they copied us.
Okay, thank you very much. I am a student of history, most unfortunately, European history. So I will get another show one day to give both of you, Dr. Nyachama and Simon, to wrestle it out. Now, there are a few things that have come. I want to bring in a lady, Jocelyn, to cool down to bring some voice. We don't want to look like men only sitting at the marwa or the pot, you know, the pot for brew, local brew, drinking alone. You know, men used not to allow women to go there and tell them, don't come near the pot. Jocelyn. Jocelyn?
Yes,
are you there? Yes. Is Nigeria breaking up? I can hear you have laughed. Is Nigeria breaking up?
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for the invite, and thank you for those of you watching online. Is Nigeria breaking up? Definitely, because this is a question that even a kindergarten student knows that Nigeria is breaking up, because we don't need a soothsayer to tell us what is actually going on in Nigeria. Because the way things are, the aggressiveness of people back home will actually tell you, the atmosphere itself will tell you that this country is going down. So Nigeria, as it is right now, is going to break up. Nothing is going to mend it. Nothing is going to stop it from breaking down or from breaking up. See, everyone is so angry right now. The youth are angry. You know, the tension is so high back in Nigeria. The tension is so high back in Nigeria that even when you travel, doctor, just immediately land in Nigeria or you land at the airport, the only thing you will feel is the negativity in the atmosphere. You will feel everybody is just antagonizing the other person. That is to tell you that the leadership of the country has failed everybody in that nation. So people right now are just so angry that before you know it now, everything is just going to, is going to explode. I would say like it's just a ticking time bomb. So it's just waiting at the right time for things to get out of hand and explode. So the best thing they can do right now is either they do it gradually and peacefully and let the people that wants to go on their own and be. Otherwise, a lot is going to happen and it's going to affect each and every one of us. We are losing lives at the moment. We are losing people on a daily basis. But if they are not able to manage it, if the leaders in Nigeria, even the African leaders are not able to, step in and manage the situation back in Nigeria, it is going to affect a whole lot of people. It is going to affect a whole lot of, because we are going to lose lives for sure. We are going to lose lives. So the best thing, if they have the interest of the people at heart, what they will do is, okay, since everybody is antagonizing the other person, in Nigeria, we are all tribalistic in nature. We are all tribalistic in nature. Me, I cannot, when you see an Igbo person, and also, or a Fulani man sees an Igbo person, they see you as an enemy. You understand? We don't have the same language. We don't have the same culture. It's just, you know, it's just like mixing oil and water together. It doesn't stay. It will never hold. It will never hold. So when you mix people who do not have the same ideology and the same culture together, of course, there is going to be an antagonism. There's going to be a kind of bad spirit, you know. There is going to be a kind of bad spirit within these people. So the best thing they can do now, you cannot just hold people together who do not want to live together. Because what is your plan of saying, oh, it's compulsory that you have to be in the same nation as me? What is the essence of doing that? Then the people you want to lump together said they are not comfortable in this kind of a relationship. So it's better you let them go peacefully, or you then be ready to face what is coming up. You understand? Because right now, with the whole situation back in Nigeria, the youths are arming themselves. They are taking up arms. If you watch what the military has been doing to the youth and the police officers, I'm sure you've seen pictures on social media, you know, the inhuman treatment against the youth. What do you expect that will happen tomorrow, doctor? When these people know tomorrow, they will feel like I have been subjugated for so long. I have been, maltreated for so long. I have been dehumanized. You understand? I have been treated like a trash. You know what they will do? They will find a way to look for arms and defend themselves. And that is what is going on right now. So the best thing, if these leaders have sense enough, if they actually, have the interest of the people at heart, if they actually value human lives, they will say, okay, as it is right now, either they sit on a round table, have a dialogue to find a way out of this whole situation so that people will go peacefully and have their own nation, then develop the way they want. But if you're trying to force everybody together, it will get to a stage, things is going to explode and you cannot contain it anymore. So Nigeria breaking up, there is no two ways about it, doctor. It is going to break up. It might not break up today, but definitely it's going to break up, because even Biafra has been for a long time before they brought everyone together and then they said that we are conquered people. No, we are not conquered people. We can be very stubborn. When it comes to the southern region, we can be very stubborn. But being stubborn doesn't mean we are destroyer. We don't destroy, we build. But as it is right now, is either they let Nigeria, they let Biafrans go, or everything in Nigeria is going to go down. That is my assertion, sir.
Thank you very much. Nigeria is going down, slowly sliding to suicide. Jocelyn, thank you very much. Thank you for doing that and for saying it is true. Let me ask one question. Tony, my brother Tony, I see you very worried, man. Very worried, because some of the statements here and some of the pictures coming out of Nigeria are very worrying. Younger men are picking up arms. The security is eating them. You think they have been pushed to the wall to take another route of constitutionalism. Picking up arms also is constitutional. If you have nothing left, you have no alternative. But I want to ask you one question. Why is the world silent? Why? Let's bring in that angle. Let's juggle that angle. Why is the world silent?
Thank you. I also thank and appreciate everyone here and those watching online. Once again, thank you for the invite. The question you put across now is not just an intelligent question. It is a sensitive question that some people don't want to hear. It's part of the question that makes Nigeria government panic, because there are commitments everywhere. The reason why the world remain quiet or silent today is similar to the program I called you for last week, that I have a program coming up, and the program is Why the Silence of the Nigerian Pastors. There are commitments. The Nigerian pastors have been committed, and they have committed themselves. Similar commitment that the world has put themselves into between Nigeria. And Nigeria, I want to give you an idea. Nigerian international passports are not printed in Nigeria. is produced in Europe. Now, and the amount given to Nigeria as contract to produce this, Nigeria paid double as a bribe to appease that country in order to support everything Nigeria is going to cry for the detriment of Nigeria economy and the people in Nigeria. But surprise, surprise, why they were doing all this and the whole world listening to them, because they feel or they felt they are part of the nations, unity of nations. International law is the law of nations. Now, when they come together, Nigeria think because they can attend those meetings and they somehow they stopped news from crossing Nigeria. One of the number one reason is because the world feel they are not aware because news does not carry it. The Nigerian television, the Nigerian newspaper cannot write down exactly the truth about what is going on. The newspaper, the media company in Nigeria has been messed up and they are bought over. Now, the world knew what is going on, but because the news cannot carry it, they pretend as if they do not know. But why they were keeping silent, surprise, surprise, the people has been pushed to the wall. And the Constitution of Nigeria permits self-defense. When it has come to the point that you open your door, when somebody rings your bell, you are thinking it's a visitor, it becomes an armed robber. You're going to use everything you have, you lay your hand to defend yourself. So what happened now is that because of the silence of the world, as a result, they don't want to interfere. Instead of interfering, they are being given one thing or the other. And Nigeria is lying to them. And when they send their representative to Nigeria like ambassadors, they get themselves messed up because Nigeria as a country is such a sensitive country to people who love gifts. Even the Bible said that the gift can blind the wise. And as a reason why that is going on, they brought pastors. These pastors that should bring the truth out, like Nehemiah, like Elijah, like Elisha. They claim that Nigeria is a seat of government of country that has respect to Christians. But the same pastors will sit down while a leader of a church, chairman, or Christian Association of Nigeria, the chairman will be kidnapped and be killed in a video while a pastor is buying top number 3 aircraft. Now, that is the same thing that those pastors will come to the international community and tell them that what is going on in Nigeria, the news they're hearing is a mere propaganda because the news is not coming from Nigerian media. So one of the reasons is because the world is keeping silent because Nigeria have bribed and they are now controlling the media company. Minus social media, where the Biafrans have laid their hand, and you see what Nigeria government is doing to silence the social media. Shamefully, they want to silence everybody. They forget about freedom of speech. They want to make everybody keep silent. But I know it is only someone that is born by a demon that will keep quiet while such a thing is going on. So thank you. I cannot hear your voice. Unmute yourself.
Oh, fine. Sorry. I always leave it so that it doesn't interrupt with the other people. Thank you very much, Tony. I've been looking forward to seeing you, and I'm very happy to hear your voice. And I want to laud you for coming on board. And this is what we are going to do. We are not going to be shy to talk about one of the African countries going down. Let me come to Nairobi then. Sean Wesonga, brief, 1 minute or 2 minutes. Is Nigeria breaking up? Is there any reason to call Nigeria Nigeria anymore? Is Buhari alive? Is Buhari the president or Jabril? You know, these are some of the things that have confused me up to today. I don't know. If a man comes up and says, I can't fight anymore, what do we do? What should African Union? Why is the world required? Have we been captured by multinational companies. Tony raised a very serious point. The panel, those who are watching, who are going to contribute. Multinational, a Nigerian pastor buys the first class aeroplane. So he flies around Africa and tells everybody we are very rich. But down at home, people are in trouble. He doesn't say the government has a problem. This is what Tony has raised. So how can we help a situation of this nature? Kenya is a member of the United Nations Security Council. Today, for 2 years, it sits on the United Nations Security Council. President Uhuru Kenyatta will sit there until 2022, 2023. And Kenya will be on the Security Council. What can the president take from us, our discussion here? We are not discussing for the sky or the wall. We are discussing such that ideas can come here. Wasonga.
Yes, thank you, Dr. MATSANGA, and every panelist that has spoken before me. First and foremost, I really want to reiterate that the people of Biafra need their independence, and this should be unconditional, because when you even listen to the words of Abraham Lincoln when America was undergoing the Civil War, and they had a problem similar to what we have today in Biafra, where a group of individuals feel they are more important in that they can be able to oppress and be able to discriminate another community of people. Then he said that no man should see himself so important to govern another man without the other man's consent. And that is what should be happening to the people of Biafra. We should give the people of Biafra the freedom to determine their own future. And any African leader, any African state that is actually watching this conversation, it is time for us to come up together to help the people of Biafra to be able to determine their own future. And as you said in the opening remarks, Dr. MATSANGA, that these are people who, before even the European came into the African continent, they had their own structures of leadership. They had their way of living together and chatting about their own prosperity. So therefore, when you see the people of Biafra today sharing the tribulation of the entire Nigerian community, then that tells you that these are people who have been dragged into a mess that they should not be part of. And therefore, the only way we can be able to salvage the situation for the Biafrans is by allowing them to form their own state. The only way we can be able to actually also help the rest of Nigerians who are actually being discriminated, who are actually being stepped upon by President Muhammadu Buhari and his Fulani clansmen, is to ensure that the leadership that is in Nigeria is changed. We get a leadership which shall be able to give the Biafrans the right to have a referendum to determine their own fate as a people. And that is a right which cannot be contravened, because even in the UN Charter, that is what it says about self-determination as a people. So to me, Dr. MATSANGA, I believe that that will be the only solution that the Biafran people will have to their problems. And they have fought for decades to have this particular right to determine themselves. In that giving up now, or maybe someone telling them to postpone it, will actually carry more repercussion, because blood has been poured, the families have been separated, and very, very many Biafrans have been sent to exile due to these particular.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Dr. MATSANGA, there is something he pointed out. I would like to also make some, input. Very positive thing he mentioned. I would like to make some input.
I will give you the chance, but I'm holding it. Let me give any Olesesana Nairobi, Tawish, just give us. Is it too late to give? To help? What has AU? Why has AU gone quiet? Why are people quiet? Tony raised the point there. Why are people quiet? Nigerians are being, Biafrans are being killed. Every day you wake up, you have a report. And by the way, good news for you people, Nigerians, Biafrans who are here. Tomorrow, the chief prosecutor of International Criminal Court, the one Fatou Bensouda, who was actually bribed by Buhari, is leaving. So expect me by Friday, Mr. Simon. I am already delivered my document. It is ready, well polished. I want to start a journey to indict Mr. Buhari. So thank you very much. I am doing it using my own resources. At my age, I can't leave younger people like you outside in exile. I want to file, and I will file that application by Friday. I want to test Karim Khan. I want to see what he can do for the ICC. If ICC cannot take this document and look for Buhari and bring Buhari and warn Buhari to stop killing people, then we dismantle it. So I am moving. Those are good news I promised you the other day. And I want to thank the lawyer who worked with me. I have now modeled the document with exhibits, video, real live killings by the Nigerian army and the police and the security agents. I will deliver my case. You don't need to be a Nigerian or a Biafran to deliver the case. As long as Nigeria is a signatory, as long as Britain, Uganda, Kenya is a signatory to the International Criminal Court, anybody from those states can deliver, can choose anyone at any time. So here I am, Mr. Buhari. Let's wait for the documents to arrive. Abuja, your head, they will come and then you will be notified. So that is all. We need to work out. If we don't speak now, we can't speak. So Tawish.
Right.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. David Masanga. Thank you so much, Dr. David Masanga, and my colleague panelists, and of course, everyone who is watching this program this evening, or night or morning, depending, of course, from where you're watching us from. Dr. Masanga, I think
you at night yourself. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sure, sure. Thank you so much, Dr. Masanga. So I think what we need to make a clarification is that as far as Nigeria is concerned, I think Dr. Masanga, yourself and myself, we have been handling the Nigeria matter for as long as you remember, from 2016 or 2017, if my memory serves me well. But I think the most important thing is moving forward, how do we find a solution to the problem that continues to bedevil Nigeria as we speak today? Because there's that agitation by the indigenous people of Biafra, that is the Igbo people who want, of course, a separation from Nigeria. And the feeling when you listen to them, when you listen to their agitation, is actually a genuine concern, a concern that they want a referendum to determine their fate. They want to have a nation of their own. And I think for President Buhari, it is something that he should have allowed or permitted to have happened through a referendum. But again, because Buhari, having his own interests, is a person who is not so much keen on allowing this to happen. So it is unfortunate as we speak today, Dr. Masanga. But again, I allowed the people of Nigeria, especially the indigenous people of Biafra, because they have been very keen and they have been very focused, very determined, very resolute, and not giving up when it comes to the question of agitation and calling for this referendum to take place. And I think for somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, who is the leader of the indigenous people of Nigeria, indigenous people of Biafra, calling for this referendum to take place, he should continue with the same effort, with the same energy, to make sure that we have this referendum take place, so that the people of Biafra can have a referendum at last. So Dr. Masanga and the entire panelists who are actually watching, and everyone who is actually everyone who is tuned in today, I want to say this in particular, that the people of Biafra really deserve the best. They deserve the good leadership. They deserve a referendum. They deserve, of course, self-rule, which they have been fighting for so many years. A lot of blood has been lost. A lot of sweat has been, of course, lost. So many people have been displaced. So much has happened in Nigeria simply because of this quest to have Biafra recognized as a state of its own. And I think it is time for President Buhari really to come out and permit or allow this to happen, because again, this will go down in history as one of his legacy if you will allow the people of Biafra really to have a referendum to determine their fate, to become an independent state for that matter. So Dr. Masanga and my colleague panelists, I think the message here is we continue to push for the people of Biafra to have a nation of their own. So it's not time for Buhari to continue giving us hocus pocus information, to continue giving us excuses, hypocritical messaging. The most important thing here is President Buhari must allow this to happen, because again, the people of Biafra and the indigenous people of Biafra cannot continue to allow this to happen, because again, they want this referendum to happen so that they can determine their fate. So Dr. Masanga, I submit tonight that what we have to do and allow and continue to agitate for and campaign, advocate for, champion for, is for the people of Biafra to have a nation of their own. Nothing less, nothing more, Dr. Masanga, I submit.
Thank you very much. Nobody, do you have a word to say before I am about to come back to Simon? Simon, prepare your intervention. Nobo.
Can you unmute yourself?
And unmute.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone who are watching this program. It's a great privilege and a delight to have you all here. I wish to say that the first thing we have to understand is Nigeria existing as a nation of states? What is it that binds Nigeria to be a virtually or a reputable nation, that you can say that Nigeria is a nation? The man who constituted this satanic fraud, who is Frederick Lugard, said after 100 years, Nigeria should be dissolved. This is over 117 years. There is no constitution, there's no consensus that binded us together. The wife of the late Buhari, which we still keep on talking here, Buhari does not exist. Buhari, this is an impostor. I keep on saying this, and I want people to understand this. Let it go into the brain and the hearts of people to understand that all these political bigots who are there championing the government of APC as to push on an agenda that there is an existing nation. There is no nation that is existing as Nigeria. Nigeria is a company, it's a British company, constituted just to serve the economic interests of the British people. And we have to understand this. That is why I'm calling African leaders. We should leave AU. AU is completely organized and controlled by Fulanese with their war chest worth more than $20 billion. So these people do not have any stand as a viable, reputable country that we can say we have a country. We don't have a country. We don't have a president. We don't have senators, House of Rep, House of what they refer them generally now is called the presidency. There is no president. So that man you saw there that is parading himself, he needs to come to Hague. He needs to come and explain himself. There should be a DNA that should be conducted. DNA should be conducted. It's a very serious DNA should be conducted. Who is that man who have held the whole Nigeria, the whole citizens, 216 million people hostage? This is a very serious issue that we should be talking about. Also, African leaders are there shamelessly, I must use this word, shamelessly, ignoring the fact that people are being killed every day. 500 people, 400 people, they are not discussing it, they are silent. The European people are gaining from conflict in Africa, they don't care. The Americans are gaining from conflict in Africa, they don't care. the Asians are gaining from conflict in Africa. They don't care. What they are doing is championing and sponsoring arms into the hands of terrorists. What is the reason why America have not come to fight Boko Haram in Nigeria? They say they are world power. They are fighting terrorism all over the world. I'm asking this question: why is it that American government, American military are not fighting Boko Haram in Nigeria? They are the same people. Why is it that Britain is not fighting Boko Haram? America has about 5,000 military in Afghanistan, which they withdrew recently. And in Iraq, they were there, 10,000. They withdrew it. America is not basically occupying any specific place with maximum military presence. Seriously now, why are they not coming to Nigeria? Why are they not coming to Boko Haram? The Chad president, the former Chad president, he finished Boko Haram within 1 week. Why is it that America is not probing all those people who are financing terrorism in Nigeria, who are championing this terrorism all across Nigeria and killing innocent people? They brought Christianity to us. Why have they ignored the Christians? I'm not only saying that this is a religious issue. Both Muslim and the Christian, this is humanitarian issue. Generally, Benue State is being under siege. Abia is under siege, or Hafia is under siege. Anambra is under siege. Ebonyi is under siege. Enugu is under siege. All the whole Biafran land is under siege. Oduduwa, the same thing. They are under siege. What is the world leaders doing? United Nations is a disgrace. I'm saying it proudly and very without any remorse. United Nations and all these human rights organizations, that Amnesty International, that is situated in Abuja, have been calling for their presence. They have kept silent because they have economic interest in embezzling the resources of Biafrans with other external criminal companies, rogue entities like Shell BP from Holland, Total, JP Morgan, all of them, they are there embezzling the resources of Biafrans. And we are not protecting the lives of people from that region, from that land of which you are taking those resources from. Let me tell you, in Biafra land, we can no more fish again. Give me 1 minute. Let me digress. Finish with 1 minute.
One minute. Yes. Here.
In Biafra land, in place we call Ejo. This is a place that they produce oil. Also in Abia State, they produce oil. In Imo State, natural gas is there. In Ejo, for example, in Bayelsa, for example, they can no more fish anymore.
Okay.
Fishing is finished for them. Except Shell BP will come and clean up the mess they created there. We don't have a president. We are not Nigeria, and Biafra must be restored with every last drop of our blood to prove to the world that we are human beings who have flesh and blood and must be heard. And the United Nations should organize a referendum with the world leaders. Thank you so much. I applaud this program. Let's continue.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately, we have very little time left. And as you know, in Kenya, there is curfew. And our curfew starts at 10 o'clock. And most of my staff who are in the main headquarters studios would like to run home before curfew catches them. But before I do that, I promise I'll continue with this subject again on Thursday. And Simon, I'll give you time and other people. But before I conclude, Simon had an intervention that I want to give you to make your comment as brief as possible. And on Thursday, keep time, the same time. We want to proceed. We want to be heard, Simon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Matsanga. I really appreciate the fact that I have once again another time to speak. I want to, agree with the previous speaker before the last one, and then of course, yes, and then of course with the last speaker as well. That because of he mentioned the UN Charter. Now, I want everybody, especially those of you in other African countries, and then also to remind to the UN, the United Nations, A lot of people do not know the reason why the UN was set up. UN was founded in 1945. The reason for UN, the international organization, which was founded in 1945 after the Second World War by 51 countries back then, was to what? To maintain peace, international peace, to maintain international peace and security. Developing friendly relations among nations and promoting social progress, better living standard, and human rights. Now, this is the reason for UN. Now, let us, project this to Nigeria situation. UN is for peace, security, for progress, for betterment of living standard. And that is exactly what the UN should live up to in Nigeria now. How do UN intervene in Nigeria? To maintain the peace and security in Nigeria, Nigeria needs to be disintegrated. As it is now in Nigeria, the security, chief of security agencies in Nigeria are controlled by those loyal to either directly Fulanis or those loyal to the Fulani Caliphate under the leadership of Sultan of Sokoto. Now, the conquest of Nigeria, they want to continue the Usman Danfodio. Today, the letter issued to a state called Delta State has 4 or 5 terrorist group pictures in that letter, which means they have been able to come together for the final, fight against other indigenous people in Nigeria. And this is what the UN don't want to understand. The reason for UN coming into existence in 1945 is to intervene in a situation like Nigeria.
Yes.
Look at the solution of Nigeria. What is going to be the solution of Nigeria problem? The solution of Nigeria problem is to disintegrate the interest of the problem happening in Nigeria. When Nigeria is disintegrated, the interest of the terrorist group will disintegrate. Not only that, the differences that are fueling this crisis and killing in Nigeria will also disintegrate. When Nigeria disintegrates, it will go a long way in restoring peace and tranquility in the entire West Africa.
Yes.
Now, having said that, how will disintegration of Nigeria solve this security problem and crisis in West Africa? It is going to solve it this way. We know that when we are shouting and agitating for the freedom of Biafra or disintegration of Nigeria, people will always make references to Sudan. And we have said several times without number, why are you people making references, especially those in other parts of Africa? Why are you people making references to South Sudan? Why are you not making references to other nations within Africa that have actually conducted referendum and they are doing well? Why have you not mentioned other parts of the world where referendum has taken place? Why is South Sudan always a case study? Right. Apart from that, we are completely and totally different people. We have different culture, different understanding. Biafra are the people that are scattered and have traveled a lot all over the world. You see Biafrans. Now, the disintegration of Nigeria will solve the problem in a way that, first of all, the terrorists, the Boko Haram, the Al-Qaeda, the ISIS West Africa, the bandits, the Fulani herdsmen, and what have you, Al-Shabaab and all of them, once Nigeria is disintegrated, the interest that makes them to now invade the southern Nigeria will automatically disintegrate. It means that the activities of the terrorists will be limited to other part of the northern Nigeria. Now, it may also shock you that immediately Nigeria disintegrates, the terrorists will cease their activities because they are fighting virtually for the Islamic State of Nigeria or Islamic State of northern Nigeria. When Nigeria disintegrates, the northern Nigeria that are already having their 12th state of Sharia state in Nigeria will be comfortable with them. Okay. Now, what is going to happen? What is going to happen to other people that are Christians or other, people that are having other belief within northern Nigeria is something that is going to be a gradual solution. We are going to provide solution to that. We are going to have a very strong border control. We are going to build our border, protect our life and our land before we can now extend a joint military operation to get rid of every other remnants of terrorists within the Sahel region. So the UN must consider having a very strong force to bring in and restore peace within West Africa, and that strong force will come from Biafra and Oduduwa.
Thank you.
America cannot do this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Simon. And on that note, I want to say what you have just said in so many words is there is a threat to peace under Chapter 7 of the United Nations Security Council. Period. That's what you have said. And I'm happy to summarize it for you, that it is a threat to peace in the region. If Nigeria, if the UN does not step in, we shall have a problem. Honor, Mr. Honor 7C, just 1 minute. You have been putting your hand up for a long time. Can you say a word, and then Dr. Nachama summarily send us a vote of thanks? Mr. Honor C, telephone number Honor C. If he's not there, is most favor. Say one word. Unmute.
Dr. MATSANGA, good evening from here.
Thank you.
And I'm glad to be part of the program once more. My name is Most Favor. Yes, I just want to commend all the comrades for the positive impact they've all made. And what I have to say is this, that they've all spoken word. And just to add to what Simon just said, every time some of our most African brothers, they keep telling us, reminding us about South Sudan. Why is it that it's also difficult for them to remind us about Estonia, Finland? These are countries, they were all part of old Soviet Union. They were old former USSR. But today, they are leading, they are among the leading giants in Africa.
Yes.
But every time our people will keep telling us about South Sudan, the major problem African is facing, just Simon said it in the beginning, the major problem African is facing is because of the partition. Countries are built and created based on ethnic lines, but that thing is not present in Africa. And finally, let me drop this let me just drop it.
Drop it. Yeah. Time is against us. Simon, Nairobi has coming
of Biafra will be the end of terrorism in West Africa region. The earlier we all understand this, the better for all of us. Thank you very much for giving me the time.
Thank you very much, Joseph Nachama. Vote of thanks to our guests.
Thank you, Dr. MATSANGA. Simon, I like your eloquence on this matter. I think on behalf of Pan African TV, we need to congratulate you and continue to support you, on your endeavor to liberate Nigeria from dictatorship.
Thank you very much.
Because there is a maxim which says that populi supreme lex, which means the welfare of the people is the supreme law. There is no constitution that can be cited that shall supersede the aspiration of the Biafra people. Therefore, Banjo Africa, in fact, as I started saying, I think probably to a certain extent I was misunderstood personally. I have been in the forefront to support your cause, except I went offline in analysis it was not understood clearly. But be assured, through Pan African TV, courtesy of the leader, Dr. MATSANGA, we are all behind you. And nothing can stop people from self-determination. Let those who are listening hear this voice. This is the voice of God, and no man shall diminish it. So brothers, be assured the support is growing, and by the end of all, it will suppress all the evil people. Thank you very much, Dr. MATSANGA. I submit.
Thank you very much, lady and gentlemen. Jocelyn, I want to thank you very much, all of you, for having attended this show, The Diplomatic Leaks. As you know, Nairobi, our curfew starts at 10 o'clock. Some of my engineers must have left their permits behind their houses. So I want to tell them to give them a send-off quickly in the next 30 minutes so that they reach home. But I want to say on Thursday again we shall start at we want to start at 8 and have another program of 2 good hours. And this time we shall allow everybody to speak. Today we have made progress. I want to tell you that nobody should stop you from speaking for your own people. Some of us have seen it all, and we are not threatened by Buhari. You'll see in the newspapers what I've filed against Buhari, and you will understand that I am not just a person speaking. I've tried ICC before, and I will wrestle it again. And I will I bring Mr. Buhari to justice for having allowed Nigeria and Nigerians to kill each other. I will not rest. I want to thank you all that continue with the spirit. Ask for what you can be given. Knock and the door will be opened. If you keep quiet, who will open the door for you? The Bible said so. Don't be people who preach and go away. Stick there, knock the door. Simon, thank you very much, all of you. Jocelyn, all of you, Sean, those watching, Nnamdi Kanu, wherever you are, Mazi, my dear brother, this is a message. The messages are going out through to everybody. Everybody, whoever speaks, whichever language, I think God said it. Tony, you know the Bible better than myself. And unfortunately, you have become an expert. Nigerians are very good experts on the Bible. And he said you can speak in several tongues. So when somebody is speaking about the same problem, don't prohibit people from speaking about it. I see it always happen in liberation movements. I have been there in Tanzania. I know how Idi Amin tried to divide us, that we started killing each other in exile. And saying this one is a spy, that one is, no. That's why some of us are battle-hardened like myself. We stood on the mission and we got Idi Amin out. If you continue speaking with one voice, one of these days, where is Abacha? He's gone. What happened to Abacha? Did he die nicely? Did he arrange? He didn't even arrange to die. He woke up, he was gone. So God has so many ways of paying back people who are obedient. I thank you all. God bless you. This is Punchline Africa Television, the only television in Africa that speaks about Africa, about what ails Africa, defends Africa, and we shall always do it. And we also call upon good investors to come to invest. Don't come to con us. We don't want conning people from Europe who have no houses, but when they reach Africa, they take big houses. So that is very, very important. We also invite people who are good, with good behavior, with good culture, who respect our culture, to arrive on the continent and help us. This is the global world. Thank you very much. This station, therefore, is for Africa, with Africa, by Africa. Ciao.